first thing we do is we're going to start with walking up to the bus, all right? First thing you're going to want to check for is abnormal leaning, which would indicate that you have broken shocks, broken leaf springs, anything that could cause harm to passengers on the bus, anything like that. So, okay. So you just want to do a visual inspection of the front of the bus. Starting at the top, you just want to check the clearance lights, work your way down to the 8 ways. These are the amber on the inside and the reds on the outside. You come up, look at the headlights, make sure the headlights are good. Make sure the blinkers are there, not cracked, broken, or missing. That's one thing you want to say when you mention each thing. Not cracked, broken, or missing, okay? So then you walk up, you want to do a visual inspection of underneath the bus, make sure there's no fluids, anything like that, coolant, oil, transmission fluid, power steering fluid, anything like that, okay? Then you start off by walking up to the bus. You want to check the mirrors. These are called crossover mirrors right here. Not cracked, broken, or missing. Check it. Not cracked, broken, or missing. Okay. Now we're going to get under the hood, okay? You also want to mention the headlights. You want to touch them. You want to touch everything. That way they know that you know what you're talking about. Headlights, blinkers, that kind of stuff. Come to this side, same thing. Headlights, blinkers. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open the hood. Okay, start here on the passenger side. Okay, first thing we're going to start with is the coolant level right here in this tank with the red fluid, making sure the level's in between the lines. Perfect. If it's hot when you're checking it, you always want to make sure not to mess with the cap because it's pressurized. The alternator, which is right here, you want to check the belt. The belt shouldn't have more than 1.5 inch to 3/4 inch of play, which it does not. You want to make sure it's not cracked, broken, or missing as well. And then we're gonna make sure it's securely mounted as well, which it is. Then we're gonna move down to the shock absorber, which is this piece right here. This is the shock absorber right here. And the shock absorber, what you're looking for is the proper mounting. Make sure, so you want to touch it, make sure it's on there right, not moving, not cracked, not broken, not missing. You want to make sure there's no fluid coming in between the shock. Then we're going to check the springs. These are the leaf springs. You want to make sure they're not cracked, broken, or missing, no welds, nothing like that. That would indicate being tampered with. You want to make sure they extend from eyelet to eyelet, front and back. You want to make sure the U-bolts that hold them together are present, which are right here and right here. Those are the U-bolts. You want to mention those. And then the mount, which is this bottom base, which mounts it to the frame. You want to make sure that that's not cracked, broken, or missing. Then we're going to move on to the hose line, which is right here. This is the air hose line. You want to make sure that it's not cracked, broken, frayed, bulges anywhere. Make sure both sides are sealed properly. All couplings are secure and not leaking. This is the air brake chamber. You want to make sure there's no dents in the air brake chamber. You want to listen for audible leaks, nothing like that, not cracked, not broken, not missing. Then we go to the slack adjusters and push rods, which is this piece right here. This is the slack adjuster and push rod. You want to give it a little tug, make sure it's not, shouldn't move more than 1 inch, okay? In which it doesn't move at all. Brake drum. The brake drum, you can see from out here. It's on the inside of the rim. No visible signs of contaminant, no visible cracks, dents, or holes. The brake linings, you really can't see the brake linings, but there is an inspection hole on the inside of the bus, which is right there. Those you can inspect the linings, but you just need to mention that they're not dangerously thin when you're doing the test, and make sure there's nothing leaking out of them, such things as like oil or anything like that. Okay. Now we're gonna do the tires. ICD, very important. Inflation, condition, and depth. Okay. So make sure you mention all those things. So the inflation,